In today's video, we're going to cover 5 common issues on the F15, X5, N55. Hey, this is Brian. Thanks for watching Keys Motorsports. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and check us out at keysmotorsports.com. When you're looking for a new car, you always want to know what troubles may lie ahead. So today, we're going to help you decide if the F15 X5 is right for you, or maybe if you have one, just tell you some things to look out for. Problem number 1. The oil filter housing gasket. So if you look over here, you will see this section right here where your oil filter goes. And actually, I have one right here off of the car. This is from an S55. It's extremely similar to the N55. But what can happen is this seal over here can start to leak over time. If it does start leaking, that oil is going to go directly on your belt, which sits right below it. Now, best case, you have a belt that slips off and breaks. Worst case, there's actually been some instances on the N54 and the N55, which this is, where the belt actually wraps itself around the harmonic balancer and it pushes itself past your crank seal and can actually destroy your motor. So what you need to look for is any dark residue, any oil, and if so, you want to make sure you get that changed. It's pretty cheap. Really, the only thing causing the issue it's really just that little gasket right there. Problem number 2, the charge pipe. As many of you know, the N55 is a turbo 6-cylinder. With turbos, they are compressing air, which allow you to run more air, more fuel, more power. So what happens is once that turbo spools up, it has a ton of hot air. It pushes it through an intercooler to help cool down the air. And then there's a pipe called the charge pipe that connects your intercooler to your throttle body. Well, it's located right here. And as you will notice, BMW thought it was a really good idea to make it out of really flimsy plastic. Now on modified cars and even stock cars, a lot of times this plastic can crack and leave you with no boost, which is a drastic reduction in power. So what do? You can upgrade to something like this FTP aluminum charge pipe, which will last the rest of the life of the car. Number 3, the leather in the seat can crack. Now on this list of 5 things that could potentially go wrong in your F15 X5, this actually happened to us. So if you look over here, this is very common. What can happen is your leather can actually start to crack, really just from the weight of someone sitting here. And if you're lucky to be in warranty, the dealer oftentimes will replace this piece or send it out for repair. So just something to be on the lookout for if you're looking for them. Make sure you take a good eye and look there because you don't want to not notice it and then get home and realize there's a cracked leather seat. Number 4, squeaks and rattles. This car definitely has the steering column / instrument cluster squeaks and rattles where up in this general area right here, it sounds like there's just plastic that's like rubbing and it's wildly annoying. We recently drove the car from New Jersey to Michigan to see some of our friends over the summer and it squeaked the entire time. The good news is that people are solving this issue with some felt tape, just haven't had a chance to do it yet. Also with the squeaks and rattles, people are complaining that the tailgate in general has a lot of squeaks and rattles. Now the fix for that one is actually to take it to the dealer and they can do an alignment, make sure that everything's properly aligned, and that problem is known to go away. And finally, number 5, the air suspension. Now for some X5 models, some just have springs in the back, but some, especially ones that have a 3rd row, actually come with air suspension in the rear only. And what can happen over time is you can develop holes and leaks in your airbag. So what can happen is you can go out to your car one day and see either one side of the rear sag or even both. And what typically happens is not only does the bag fail, but if one bag fails, your compressor is going to work double time to just constantly keep that inflated. And your compressor can go out as well from working all that overtime. But as we said before, this is more common with the 3rd row versions of the X5. Most of them will actually come with the springs. Once again, my name is Brian, and that has been 5 common issues of the F15 X5 with the N55 motor. If you like today's video, give us a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and check us out at keysmotorsports.com for all of your BMW performance, aesthetic, and retrofit needs. Once again, my name is Brian. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.